The college landscape will never be the same. The rules are changing. Will you be ready to play this new game? What up, young lions? It's your man, Tony the Tycoon, national champion, Super Bowl champion, and now your financial strategist for athletes. Now, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. This is breaking news, and the college landscape will never be the same. Why? Well, let me be clear. June 2025 will be remembered as a turning point in college athletics. A federal judge has officially approved the $2.8 billion House versus the NCAA settlement. That's not just news. That's a new playbook. Now, look, for years, student athletes were the only ones in the game not getting paid. But now the rules are changing. The question is, will you be ready to play this new game? Now, I got to be direct with you guys when we talk about this compensation thing, right? Starting July 1st, 2025, Division I schools will be allowed to pay athletes directly up to $20.5 million per year per school. That's real money. And here's the kicker. These payments don't just replace your scholarship, they're in addition to what you're already getting. So now you're not just a student and an athlete, you're an asset and a compensated one. But don't let the money blind you guys. If you don't have a plan, you will lose it. This new era isn't about entitlement, it's about empowerment and the athletes who understand money, leverage, and long-term value. They're the ones who's going to win beyond the field. We got to talk about the back pay portion, right? So let's talk about that. Let's talk retroactive payments. Over the next decade, 2.8 billion will be paid out to athletes who competed between 2016 and 2024. That's a direct acknowledgement of what was taken from you guys. Opportunities to profit from your own name, image, and likeness. So, if you played during that time, this settlement might owe you. But again, compensation without preparation is still a trap. So how you manage what's coming matters more than the check itself. Now, if we're talking about the oversight and the NIL rules, we got to understand what's happening. With this settlement comes new structure, okay? The College Sports Commission is now the watchdog. They're making sure schools follow through and when it comes to NIL. And it's no longer the Wild Wild West, guys. All the third-party deals that's over $600 must be reported, and every deal will be reviewed to make sure it's legit. So no more inflated sponsorships that backdoor the compensation system. Those days are over. That means that every athlete needs to operate like a professional. You need contracts, financial literacy, and strategic planning. Because if you don't know how to protect your value, someone else will take advantage of it. And I've been there first class. I understand how that is. I've been a part of that. So how does this affect the rosters and the roster changes? Scholarship caps, gone. Roster limits are the new standard. These things affect who's going to get recruited and how teams are built and where you fit in. And if you're a designated student athlete, that's a new classification created by this settlement. And you're affected by these changes. You can transfer without penalty or go back to your team. Now, this is great for mobility, but it's a warning. The competitive landscape has just gotten tighter. And non-revenue sports, they may face cuts in the funding of scholarships. So now is the time for you to start thinking, where do I stand? Am I just on the team or am I building a future? What does that mean for you and your legacy? Let's jump into that. Now, you've heard it before, right? Play for the name on the front of the jersey, right? But now you have to play for the name on the back of it too. This settlement is about more than money. It's about legacy. It's about understanding your influence and turning that into income, security, and opportunity, not just for you, but for your family and for your future and for your financial freedom. So whether you're on the field or you're on the bench or you're on your way out, what you do now is going to shape how you live later. So with all that said, the NCAA model of amateurism is over, guys. The world is finally recognizing your value, not just as an athlete, but as an individual with a brand in influence and also potential. This is the time to start making smart moves, to align with real advisors and turn this moment into momentum. If you don't know where to start, you can go to Stat Financial. We're here to guide you, not just to get you to the bag, but to give you a blueprint. Let's build your legacy, not just your lifestyle. So that way you and your family can not only be representing in the present and living the life that you want to live, but also creating your present for your distant and present future. It's your man, Tony the Tycoon. I'm out.